every general manager in the league, maybe outside of Stan Bowman, actually probably Stan Bowman, should be sending Connor McDavid a fruit basket right now, thanking him with a thank you card that says thank you. Because if you're a GM in this league, after the discount of all discounts that Connor McDavid just took, $12 million or $12.5 million per year for the next 2 years, not giving himself a raise, staying at the same AAV, leaving roughly $7 million on the table. I believe it was 6.6. He could have got 19.1 per year and no one would have cared because it's Connor McDavid. But he said, no, $12.5 million. So if you're another GM and you have a superstar on your team who's coming up on a deal and now he wants to talk turkey, let's talk some numbers. And that player wants the max. I want Kirill Kaprizov. I don't care that I'm not in Minnesota and they can't attract stars. I want $20 million a year. A GM can just hold up a sheet of paper and be like, Connor McDavid just left $6.6 million on the table because he wants to win. That's all he cares about is winning. He doesn't care about money, even though, he already made $100 million. He's getting tons of money from endorsements. So, McDavid isn't hurting. $12.5 million is still a lot of money. But in the context of the league, it is an absolute bargain. He's not even the highest paid player on his team. Unbelievable discount. So GMs around the league should be very happy. It doesn't mean that a guy like Jack Eichel who's coming up is going to walk into Kelly McCrimmon's office and say, listen, I want the max. And McCrimmon's going to go, are you out of your mind? McDavid just signed this deal, gave the team a discount. The player could just be like, okay, well, I'm not Connor McDavid. Anyway, it will help in negotiations, I do believe, for certain players. But this is just, obviously, as we all know, a monumental deal in the NHL in the sense that he could have taken so much more. He decided not to. He wants his team to win. He said from the beginning his intention was to win in Edmonton, and he stayed true to his word. But he did put the pressure on Stan Bowman and the Oilers by not signing right away and not re-signing right away. So he put himself in a good position. Now, it's being said a lot now, but the ball's totally in Oilers management's court. It's up to them to figure this out. They have 3 seasons to win a Stanley Cup with McDavid, or at least prove to him that they're on the right track. Actually, maybe that's not even enough. They probably have to win for him to stay. But he's there for 3 more years, and he's going to cash in once again when the cap is up to, I believe, north of $114 million. Right? Next year, the cap is going to 104. Elliot Friedman says that there's a chance it can even go higher than that to 107. The year after that, 27, 28, 114, and it can go north of that in that year. So McDavid is in for a payday. The Edmonton Oilers now have some cap space to play around with. And if we look at the Edmonton Oilers cap situation right now, in 26-27, at the moment, 25-26, it's hilarious. They have a $833 in cap space, so they can't really do much with that at the moment. There could be some trades. A lot of players got no moves, modified no trades. But looking ahead to next year, you have 5 unrestricted free agents, forwards anyways, and you have 3 on the back end with Matthias Ekholm, Brett Kulak, Troy Stetcher. Jake Wallman just signed a deal. I think it's 7 times 7? So $7 million a year, which is pretty decent. It may seem like a lot right now, but with the cap going up, it's not a lot of money. And he was really good in the playoffs. He proved to be an important player. And then you have the goaltenders, where I think he didn't say this, but I think Connor McDavid's concerns have to do mostly with the goaltending. You have Stuart Skinner and Calvin Pickard coming up in 26-27. You have them this year, at least for now, unless Stan Bowman is able to put together some trade for, I don't know who. I was trying to go through the goaltenders and think, who can the Oilers trade for? And just no one really pops out. Maybe UC Saros, depending on how Nashville does this season. That's if he even wants to go. I thought of a goalie like Ilya Sorokin in New York, but the Islanders could surprise some people and make a wild card. You never know. They got a really good, they don't have a really good team. They have good players. Who knows what Schaefer's going to be, but do they want to give up that goaltender? I'm not sure. So I think this season they're staying with Skinner and Pickard, but moving forward, when the new McDavid deal kicks in next season, I think they need to look at something different. They have to. You can't go ahead with Skinner and Pickard. Goaltending has been a real issue for them. So if you look here, 2026, here are the free agent goalies, or upcoming unrestricted free agents. Carey Price, don't worry about that. He's not playing in the NHL anymore. Bobrovsky, highly doubt he's going to go anywhere. And who knows what he is after this season, or who knows what he is this season. Jacob Markstrom, interesting. Is he going to stay in Jersey? I don't know. Is that the type of goalie that you think that you need that can help you get over the finish line? It's better than what you got. Peter Mrazek, Kano, Brossoit, Fedotov, Anderson. You obviously got Skinner, Talbot. There's not much. Connor Ingram, who's now an Oiler. Johnny Quick, probably going to retire. Like there's just not a whole lot of goaltending out there. And if you fast forward to 2027, it's kind of the same. Like John Gibson, Binnington. I mean, Binnington's interesting. He's going to be a couple years older. Kemper, again, he'll be close to 40. Vladar, Varlamov. Like there's a shortage of number one Vezina caliber goalies, just number one goalies in general. That's why there's so many tandems in the NHL. But I think that's got to be the focus for Stan Bowman, the GM of the Oilers, is, we need a goaltender. Like, I know he's talked about Skinner before. He believes in Skinner. It is the goalie that was there in back-to-back Cup finals. But on the way to those finals, obviously there were issues. We're letting in too many goals, or an injury, or the backup goalie playing better than him and staying in. And we saw that last year with Calvin Pickard. So I think it's an unreliable position right now for the Edmonton Oilers. I don't know what Bowman does, but he has to figure it out. Because, listen, you got 3 years. Like I keep mentioning, you got 3 years to figure this thing out for Connor McDavid. And goaltending, I think, should be the number one priority. And then I think you just kind of work backwards. You look at the defense. Matthias Ekholm, do you re-sign him? What kind of money are you going to re-sign him for? Do you go out and look for another defenseman? Do you bring in another puck mover? Do you look at a guy like Erik Karlsson? Not saying that they do, but I'm just throwing names out here. The Oilers are going to need, I think, reinforcements in every area on the roster. Bottom six, defense, and obviously goaltending. But, it's back to what McDavid did. I have so much respect for this guy. And like I said, he's already made a lot of money. But to leave, $6.6 million on the table because you want to win, players just don't do that. That doesn't happen. I mean, Crosby's probably the closest comparison, right? But even when he signed his $8.7 million deal for 12 years, I believe, he was just, a couple million off of what he probably could have got. So, I mean, it's, I guess, maybe not unprecedented that way since there's two guys who've done it. But McDavid, I mean, if he said $17.5 million, if he said $18 million, no one would even bat an eye. It'd be fine. But he takes $12.5 million because he really wants to win in Edmonton. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's going to be very interesting to see how some of these deals work out with the upcoming free agents, because there's a lot coming up, right? And two that pop off in my head right now, Jack Eichel and Panarin. Now, what are they looking at? Are they taking discounts? I highly doubt it, but it'll be interesting to see. It's a new era when it comes to contracts in the NHL. Kaprizov set the bar, and it's not going backwards. It's just going to get higher and higher and higher, especially as the cap goes up. 104, potentially 107 next season, 114, maybe even north of that in 27, 28. The numbers are going to start getting crazy. You're going to see some players who you might not think deserve these contracts getting some big-time contracts, and then you have Connor McDavid, pound for pound, the best player in the NHL, the best player in the league, the best player in the sport. It's not even giving himself a raise. $12.5 million because he wants to win. Unbelievable deal.